We are live. What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Friday. Is it Friday? It's Friday the 12th of June. Good morning and welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott and it is a pleasure to have you here, whether you're going to tune in now live or if you're tuning in the future. It's a pleasure and I appreciate you. So thank you for taking the time out to consume the content. Today I want to talk about the migration of the current systems. The migration of the current systems, it's a tricky one for some because they don't really understand it. Sometimes these ISO codes are simply what you're calling the currency, and sometimes the ISO codes how it's actually going to work. Morning Yoda, morning Johnny. I am good, thank you very much. Got the cat back yesterday, kept me up most of the night, but won't have it any other way. He's safe now. So I've noticed on Twitter the Marcus Treacher on the 10th of June, 2 days ago, released an article about ISO 20022 shaping the future of cross-border payments. They're still saying cross-border payments because to a legacy system and a banker, it kind of is cross-border, innit? What you're doing when you're going from the euro to the pound, you're crossing a border, a currency border of where the shot. It's not like you don't cross a currency border when you go from England to Scotland. You do, but you don't. You cross a national border, and then you've got the choice to either use British pounds or a Scottish note. British note, Scottish note. Both still pounds. So there's a border there, but there's not a currency border, right? This cross-border has been taken too much for national borders. It really just is. It's currency borders, and in the future is networks. It's cross networks. Got a blow dart gun in the bag. Nah, it's me 2-2. Have you not seen it out? I've had it out a couple of times. It's a 2-2 striker, 2-2 air rifle, pump action. Gathers the air as you pump it, and then just pop. Morning Adam, morning Sticky Bud. Excuse me. To get the sky rats. Right, so let's see what Marcus gets, because then someone actually challenged the tweet. Not necessarily challenged the tweet, but yeah, they challenged the tweet because they highlighted a few months ago where Swift had postponed and delayed the migration. Swift have postponed their migration. It doesn't mean everyone else is going to postpone theirs and it's going to take longer. So the modern global supply chain revolutionized the shipping industry by standardizing the way cargo is packed and transported around the world, right? This containerization, I love the otherization word, everything like containerization, digitalization, tokenization, fucking shititization. The containerization drove down the cost of goods and blurred the lines of regional boundaries. Today, cross-border payments are at the cusp of a similar transformation. Payment protocols and messages across the world are fragmented and restrictive, due in part to countries and financial networks all adhering to various standards. This results in closed networks that don't speak to each other, unstructured data, and opaque payments that require high manual intervention, resulting in poor payments experiences. Alan, mornings. Green, rising green, everyone else, morning. Jake, morning. The International Standards Organization, ISO, the International Standards Organization, that's the ISO, established a universal standard, ISO 20022, in 2004, to bring legacy payment infrastructures to the modern world and help enable global interoperability and improved customer service. ISO 20022 is steadily becoming the global standards for the world's cross-border payment flows. Ripple has been a leader in this shift, and our network, RippleNet, has been aligned with ISO 220 standards from the start. Interesting. Now, we're thrilled to share that Ripple is part of the ISO 20022 Registration Management Group RMG standards body, and the first member focused on distributed ledger technology, DLT. This membership enables us to meet the needs for our 300 plus customers by helping define the future direction of cross-border payment standards to evolve the ISO 20022 standard. Through this membership, evolve the standard. Evolve the standard. Through this membership, Ripple is able to contribute our experience and expertise in the application of the ISO 20022 standard to cross-border payments and its use in the DLT data structures in our standardized API. In fact, Ripple and our customers on RippleNet are pioneers using the new ISO 20022 for cross-border payments. Adoption of the ISO 20022 for domestic ACH and RTGS payments has become widespread over the past 10 years. So far, its use by others has been limited in cross-border payments. ISO 20022 is the de facto global status standard for modern payments messaging between financial institutions and payment systems. Already adopted domestically in 70 countries, it is estimated that 87% of global financial transactions will be supported by ISO 20022 by 2023. Highlight 2023 to 2024. Bank of Russia's done by then. Bank of China's done by then. The European Central Bank's done by then. The Bank of England's done by 2023. And the Federal Reserve say between 2023 and 2024. Right? 2023, 2024. 70% already trying and currently adopting the new standards. This common language helps banks, financial institutions, and systems realize an end-to-end process across domains and geographies, the key element of creating efficient interoperability. So industry globalization. Structured data streamlines processing in cross-border payments, leading to fewer false positives and compliance investigations, as well as stronger regulatory controls. When all networks adhere to the same rules and protocols, payments reach and... So the reach and straight-through processing STP will dramatically improve. Achieving very high levels of STP in payments is an essential prerequisite for the world's digital economy to mature and deliver benefits to the society and commerce predicted by industry experts, such as machine-to-machine payments, the Internet of Things, smart supply chains, and greater financial inclusion. This is because these models need extremely reliable, high-volume, immediate payments to be effective. ISO 20022 is critical in achieving this. Resilience is improved through the interoperability, because if one part of the system is down, the same standardized data can be used to efficiently reroute the transaction. Payment reach is also extended due to the increased compatibility between payment providers. End customers will experience faster, more reliable payments with few errors and improved transparency. Taken together, these open standards foster greater industry competition and innovation. And stepping into the modern world together. The world is converging on a new global standard and stepping into the future. To ensure this shift delivers its full potential, the payments industry must work to continue to drive ISO 20022 adoption. Ripple is in a unique position to help its customers to take full advantage of ISO 20022 standards, advising on topics related to messaging and integration so that customers can simplify the deployment and further reduce operational overheads on RippleNet. Join us in bringing cross-border payments to the modern world. Learn more about ISO 20022 and how Ripple is helping shape the new world of payments. All the same, all good, same shit we've been hearing all the time. 2023, 2024. Morning, Steve. G'day, mate. New Zealand, Lightning XRP. I need to work on my Kiwi accent. Gotta make that XRP money, Jake. Jake from the state. Gotta do it, bro. Gotta do it, bro. For quantum owners takeover. Hi, Steve. You got a word of the day, Steve? Have you got a word of the day, Steve? Got a word of the day, mate? Have you got a word of the day? Well, let's read the Swift one, because like I say, it is from a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago. It's actually from the 16th of March 2020. Swift delays ISO 20022 cross-border payments migration. I wonder why. And I wonder when it's delayed from. See, did they think they was going to get it quick, or did they think they would with Billy Big Spud walking in the room like, yeah, we're going to have it done by 2021, mate. At least by 2022. And now it's 2023. Yeah, we thought so. Move, knobhead. Swift is to delay the original ISO 20022 migration date for cross-border payments by 12 months from November 2021 to the end of 2022 as banks struggle with decommissioning and preparing existing infrastructure for the transition. Interesting. So it is interesting that it's delayed by 12 months to 12 months before the central banks are ready. And that's just the first paragraph. It's just the first paragraph. Fush and chups. Fush and chups. That's, yes. Yeah. Fush and chups. Mate, are you telling me I just have to swap the eyes for yous and I'm speaking Kiwi? Kiwi, Fush and chups. Steve, mate, that has just made my fucking day. Fush and chups. Stop it. Stop it. So the data-rich language and payment structure is expected to see widespread adoption, with ISO 20022 anticipated to revolutionize not only cross-border payments, but the entire payments landscape. Excuse me. The decision to delay was made following feedback from the Swift community about the impending deadline. While institutions have an extra year of system coexistence initially, the ultimate deadline for decommissioning the legacy Swift MT standards remains in place. Guess the fucking date. In the back. Everyone in the back. 2025. That was to anyone doubting me for 2025 and beyond. It fucking says it there, mate. 2025. Don't give me no BS for that. Although Swift's statement does not explicitly state whether auxiliary initiatives will also be delayed, the firm says it will deliver on its ongoing commitments to community and regulatory initiatives, including the Swift GPI. Market infrastructure projects such as Eurosystem Single Market Infrastructure Gateway and the Shareholders' Rights Directive. Challenges with risk, complexity, scale and deployment alongside equally gargantuan projects have been cited as significant concerns by the financial institutions required to make changes to their infrastructure and systems. So Paula Rose, head of marketing and infrastructure and industry initiatives at Deutsche Bank, told Finextra Research, quoted, "Considering the complexity and the short migration deadlines, there will need to be compromises in terms of migration. For instance, we are seeing banks de-scope their range of services to successfully take their first steps towards ISO adoption, with the intention of reaping the full benefits of the new system at a later stage. While larger firms may have been adequately equipped to plan and implement the migration, smaller firms will likely struggle to meet the technical challenges and the transition demands such as migration mapping, changing legacy systems, and changing architecture of banks and corporates." read that paragraph again to yourself and then have a think of MoneyGram and Western Union and what's going on, or what seems to be going on. Interesting. Earlier this year, come on, man. Petia Nederlandia, at a retail and corporate operation. That's probably a good name when you say it properly, but I butchered it. So she's head of retail and corporate operations at Etsy Group Bank, explained to Financial Research the challenge that the migration presents for the smaller firms operating in the space. European banks are working very hard to meet the 2021 deadline. However, does anyone remember the actual map laid out for them, and it had deadlines on each thing, and they even had to make one by November last year. I think they had to do something by November last year, and then they've got to do something by this year. They've got to keep up with the steps. You might just push that back a little bit. Plans change, guys. Do you know what I mean? You plan an holiday, sometimes it fucking rains. You shit the bed, plans change. Yeah? It's interesting. Doesn't mean it's all shit the bed and over. But she thinks the deadline is quite challenging, especially for smaller banks. Swift says a decision to delay was made so that financial institutions can maintain existing standards or migrate. Plan change at their own pace and in line with their own innovation priorities. Quote, to achieve better international payments will require a next generation of SWIFT services that enable faster, transparent, rich, compliant, frictionless and coordinated transactions. SWIFT is working with its community to enable this move in an efficient way, while supporting the adoption of ISO 20022 by major reserve currencies. I'm going to read that again. While supporting the adoption of ISO 20022 by major reserve currencies, the new approach will avoid short-lived investments by customers and offer new capabilities. ISO 200 remains a key community objectives and a cornerstone of the new approach. Now let me go back to Twitter, and I've got nothing against this person. Nothing against this person. In the real world, so Marcus Treacher shares the thing we've read, right? Then he goes down here and, oh, in the real world, Swift have delayed it. What do you mean? In the real world? Quasam. What do you mean, bruh? In the real world, what? They're taking the time and making sure they do it right, like you'd expect a professional entity to do. Is this going to... So, Rock Hawk, at Smooth Racking, is this going to change the timeline in the Everest document that talks about ILP coming the global standard by 2020? Smooth rocking, smooth rocking. What document have you seen that says ILP becomes a standard by this year? Is that what it says, bruh? Is that what it says? It's interesting, that. Let's have a ganders. Let's get her up. Let's get her up. Let's get her up. Let's get the Ripple one up as well. None of that Everest one. Ripple, 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 Ripple. It's all PDF from Mrs. Bitter. Right. ILP becoming a standard, right, for the central banks. So Ripple becomes a standard for international money transfers between banks by the end of this year, right? ILP becomes the standard protocol for connecting banks, cash ledgers. It means it becomes a standard by the end of this year. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to be on it by the end of this year, does it? The next one, which is 2020 to 2025, blockchain solutions for capital markets and trade finance emerge. R3 Corda, DAH, Fabric, etc. ILP Java becomes the interoperability standard for Hyperledger Foundation projects. Right? It's by 2025. Now by 2030, blockchain and distributed ledger solutions mature and all asset exchange networks become interoperable with ILP. Stop going on, don't be going on Twitter, bro, and acting like that timeline ends this year. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, I get where it's coming from. Is this going to change the timeline? In the Everest document, it talks about ILP becoming a global standard by 2020. Now, it's is it not already the standard? That's what that was for, by the way. Is it not already the standard? Show me the other protocol. Show me the competing protocol in the W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium. Right? Show me the other protocol. Yes, Carl. Holy moly, Ramirez. I've been saying to Alan, man, I'm trying my best, bro. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to tell people that, yeah, you're probably going to have an exit point before 2025. Let's have it right. 5 years is quite a long time. I expect new all-time highs from there. So anyone who can sell some at $3, $4, $5, and $6, your time ain't that far away. Anyone waiting for $25 upwards and shit like that, yeah, you gotta wake up, mate. You're gonna have to start waking up and start realizing that shit is likely 2025 onwards. Also, the future aspect. ISO 20022 BS, right, is to speed up current legacy systems and the currency shit. It's to help with that. Seriously, guys, start recognizing that XRPL is more any asset. Any asset. It's like, I'm an health and safety hazard, mate. Swift isn't, it's not finished. They've just got to lean on technology other people have made now because they're not the top dogs anymore. Not the top dogs anymore. The Martian report. I'm good, thanks, mate. What's happening on Mars? Have you melting the ice cap on that volcano yet, bruh? There's a lot of H2O there, yo. I believe Elon Musk is going to be. He should be there. Well, not him himself, but they should be arriving in the next 4 to 5 years, mate, to melt a bit of that ice for you. Get some oxygen in the atmosphere. Where's my flaming lighter again? Come on, Scott. You're better than this. Do better. Do better. DJI post. I don't know what to talk about. I'm ready on Twitter. I think a lot of people will be a bit more chill when XRP gets away from 20 and the wait will be easier. So we're on, innit, Alan? Craig, if only, mate. If only. When the hell is apes get yes, man, I should love it, mate. One thing that's interesting I saw this morning, let's try and get that up. Let's go to Bank of International Settlement, CBDCs, and let's go in a little bit of the news, and we're going to go 16 hours ago, and Reuters, you know, the pandemic pushes central bank digital currencies into top gear. Clutch out. We're gone, mate. We're gone. The coronavirus pandemic is accelerating the development of central bank digital currencies, i.e. CBDCs, as it is promoted as, it's prompted millions of people to turn to cashless payments. Central banks have been examining how CBDCs could become a reality. Listen to this shit. Listen to this bullshit. Central banks have been examining how CBDCs could become a reality since Facebook's efforts to launch its Libra cryptocurrency. Stablecoin. You know, that thing they raised the prospect of a private sector social media giant. Mate, what a load of bullshit. So apparently central banks have only been examining how CBDCs could become a reality since Facebook's Libra. What a load of shite. Oh my God. Wow. That's quite, let me just get this up here now, because I want to... So, I thought it was 2015, it's 2016, that's why I searched 2015. Bank of England CBDC, PSF, it should be PDF 2015, but then it comes the macroeconomics of a central bank issued digital currency, the Bank of England, in 2016. Where was Libra then? Put your article, fuck it, because of Libra, the central banks are looking at CBDCs now because of Facebook. Talking out your fucking arse rooters. Report properly, will ya? Please, just report truth and facts, or just fuck off and don't report. Because I'm sick of reading bullshit. Someone who didn't really know would be like, fucking hell, Facebook's fucking leading the way. They're actually going to challenge the banks. Get fucked. Jesus Christ, where's your fucking shepherd? You sheep. Jesus wept. Morning, boo! I was watching vids every day. I don't know what you mean, Peter. Take me off. How can I do a video if I take myself off a video, mate? Swearing bother you, mate? Does it bother you that much, mate? Would you rather me be fake? Talk like I'm and just not be Scott? Would you rather me not to be Scott? Shall I be nice and professionally English and never swear and not to be Scott anymore? Would you like proper enunciation? Shall I go back to school and get an A in English for you? Only joking, but seriously, like, swearing bother you that much, mate? Obnoxious guy. Is this the ads? Is there an ad on my video? There shouldn't even be an ad on the video until I've finished and it processes. There shouldn't be fucking ad there at the moment, Peter. Peter Richards, there shouldn't even be ads. What's going on? What's happening? I'm assuming Dan Pino. Dan Pino, you know, like he's in a quiet taste, Pino, innit? He's an acquired taste. Anyway, where was I with this bullshit that CBDCs are only a thing since Libra's fucking... What a load of shit. There's little evidence that the cash transmits the virus, but C19 has caused an unprecedented experiment in digitalization across our lives. Excuse me, that's the head of the Innovation Hub at the Bank for International Settlements. He said, quoted, C19 will be remembered by economic historians as the event which pushed CBDC's development into top gear, end quote. He told an online event held by think tank CEPR and the London School of Economics. Economy, but it's economic. I fucking hate that. Changing. Ooh. Central banks will introduce CBDCs, but in a cautious way to avoid fragmenting the financial and monetary system, he added. There is no such thing as an off-the-shelf CBDC. See, the thing is like what most people don't understand, what we talked about the other day, from the narrow money to the broad money, that most of the money in the world already is digital. It's just not digital as in the way we look at digital assets. It's just not. But yeah, I'm wondering who the fuck's on the start of the video swearing a little bit. I legitimately have to go 10 seconds or something without swearing. You can't swear in your intro or you get marked down. It limits the ads anyway once you start swearing. Like you ain't getting no My Little Pony ad on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Seven personalities of me so far. I'm fucked in the head, aren't I, Steve? It's mate, there's BS everywhere, Tim. I can't handle it, mate. The Bank of England has published a discussion paper on potential CBDCs, whose uses could include cutting the cost of cross-border payments like remittances, she said, quoted. We are actively exploring it given the potential opportunities. Told an event, adding it was still unclear what impact a CBDC would have on the financial system and implementation of monetary policy. Oh, what impact it's going to have. What impact is it going to have if we put like that 93% of broad money that is already like online, if we just change that to digital cryptocurrency and digital assets? Does it really fucking change? Except for you've got a crypto wallet instead of a bank account. Do the banks actually make the crypto wallet? Are they going to turn it into a bank account? He's like, oh, mate, have you seen the Russian guy? There's a Russian guy in one of Dampina's events, mate. They pay about $3,000 to go and spend a week with him in his castle. And he sat there and he says something in a certain way, and this guy's recording, obviously for his clients and his community. And the guy's like, "Oh, can you just re-say that a different way, please, Dan? Just don't think my community will like the language you use there." And Dan Pierce turns around and he's like, "Get the fuck out of the castle. Tell me what to fucking do. Get the fuck out." Try and get it up. Like I say, he's an acquired taste. Some people gonna love him. Some people gonna hate him. But you can't deny that he's brass and he's right to the point. Is he actually showing up on my videos? He's done it so many times, it'll be hard to actually find the fucking right one. But he don't hold back. Don't hold, even the women. It's like, I'm gonna wait.
Good morning. Psycho. Okay. I don't know. Now, come on. Because he filmed some of the antics he was going through last night. Slipping notes under next to myself. Well, I'm gonna be the president.
Right, is that some crazy bastard that you had to get the police in for? But that's not the one I wanted to go.
I don't care. He's disrupting the whole fucking thing. My lovely daughter, what did she say? My daddy treats everybody the same. Like shit.
What are you doing? Whoa, don't want no tune that I don't got rights to.
Under the fucking White House to get his fucking hookers in and out. I mean, I take money and go save global warming, which I don't believe in.
What are you guys gonna do?
Shut up and sit down.
Shut the fuck up and sit down.
The banks wouldn't finance. Not one motherfucking condominium.
Do you know what? I actually want to play a little clip of him, actually. Yeah, no, let me find it.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II.
This was 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do. And he hasn't even fucking got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm. The perfect storm. It ain't never gonna get any fucking better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a motherfucker a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid fucks. Massive chaos. And Donald's gonna rip the motherfucking economy apart. And he's gonna fuck it for practice in a good way. This is it! It ain't never gonna get any fucking better! This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it!
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.
Where's his other one? He's a G. Like, say what you want about him, but...
You're not supposed to, I'm not going to say anything, so I mean... But I can feel the tension in the room. I can see the fear in your eyes. And it's rightfully placed there. How many minutes do I have to talk before we eat? I hate making the same motherfucking speech, seminar after seminar.
Make a different one.
No, well, the different one is you're all going to succeed. That's a fucking lie, because you're all going to fail. I would be disingenuous and I would be just like all the other cocksuckers. You're going to, oh, it's easy. And I got an upsell aside, so fuck your upsells. And I get tired of saying I'm the last town. I'm not going to say that. But nobody's inspired in this room. Not a one of you. Well, you all look uninspired anyway, so I don't know. But I'm your last bet, kids. I'm it or a bullet in your head. Metaphorically speaking. I can't say that because one of you is going to blow your brains out and then your wife's going to sue me or your girlfriend or somebody's going to sue me. So metaphorically speaking, you ought to put a gun in your motherfucking head. You got a nice fat head, black head. You got to jam it up to the roof of your mouth. No bullshit, because we've had people blow the side of their cheeks out. They can't even kill themselves right. Do you realize laughing and smiling is a coping mechanism for insecurity, you fucking idiot? Nobody's ever told you that before, have they? So tomorrow nobody's going to smile or laugh. It's a coping mechanism for your insecurity. If your parents had done a half-assed job, but the reason why this is different speech, honey. This is, if your parents had done even a half-assed mediocre job, you wouldn't be here. You better take care of your brother because your brother is a fucking waste of space. I just want to tell you that. And for you, a couple of you that are old, I'd like to say, I'd like to say that you had a better chance, but you don't. You got less of a chance. You got too many bad habits. It's an easy model, kids. Easy meaning you need none of your own money. Most of you have no money, so you fall into that category easily. And secondly, it's there's a plethora of opportunities now. You may hate President Trump or love him, but he has changed the financial world forever. Forevermore. Whether you're from Cambodia, England, Netherlands, wherever the hell you're from, he has changed the market forever, ever. They announced a couple of days ago the numbers for unemployment, etc. in the United States. 50, 60-year records. And how have you benefited from the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of mankind so far? How have you benefited? Not a fucking at all. Right, Doc? For those of you that have higher education, you're going to fail. For those of you that are Asian, you're going to fail. For those of you that are devout, religious, anything, you're going to fail. And I'll explain to you in the next few days why. If love and religion got the job, none of you motherfuckers would be here. Who are the most religious people on the planet? The poorest. And why are they the most religious? Because they have no fucking hope. But they're smart enough to understand it. You dipshits aren't. Thank you. And for those of you that don't drink, I'll be with you. But if you get through this fucking program without drinking, you're more man than I am.
He is an acquired taste in it. You see how many people in here now are actually a fan of him and who actually doesn't like him, because like I say, this is heart on his sleeve shit. Don't give a fuck. Damping is a legend, is a great source of cheer, joy. What a great Damping Monopoly game, no balls included, grow your own. That's quality rising green, I love that. Quantum, we are family, baby. Love him too, boo. I was hoping he'd go into the transformation of wealth a little bit more, like, what the fuck are you going to tell your kids? I want that clip. What the fuck are you going to tell your kids? What the fuck did you do? They're all 2 years ago. XRP, bank money.
It's an easy model, kids.
Is this a clip I just shown?
Easy meaning you need none of your own money. Most of you have no money, so you fall into that category easily.
Oh, there it is. Boom.
Right now, on November 8th, I announced that when Mr. Trump, whether you love him or hate him, this was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II. See, I know what he was going to do. I knew what and I know what he's going to do next.
It means Bretton Woods. It means the accumulation of the gold. It means the transfer to the US dollar as the reserve currency, the formation of the IMF, the United Nations, the World Bank, that transformation of wealth and power during World War II.
And he hasn't even got started. Now, what are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, Daddy, gee, Grandpa, what were you doing other than having your thumb up your big fucking ass during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What were you fucking doing? Fuck all, nothing. what most of you will tell them, your grandchildren and your children. It's never going to get any better than this, kids. This is the, as I said on YouTube, the eye of the perfect motherfucking storm. This is it. I never thought I'd live to see it again. This is going to make the 80s look like a nursery rhyme, which I praise Allah, praise Buddha, praise God. I participated in slashing and raping everybody in the 80s, legally. This is going to make that look like a fucking nursery rhyme. And what are you going to tell your kids? Oh, I had to spreadsheet it. I had to think about it. I had to read another book on M&A, you fucking morons. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
What are you gonna tell your kids? What are you gonna tell your grandkids? But the media said this. But Jed McCaleb kept selling, and I lost faith. I lost hope. What were you doing? What were you fucking doing? I love that clip, because in the industry we're in, and as much as we've known for the 2 years since that shit, excuse me, they're all, don't get me wrong, he's got a few from a couple of months ago, but 2 years ago, he's been calling this. You've got nice heads, like he's putting a gun in it, bro. He's like, I love that clip. What are you going to tell your kid? What are you going to tell your grandkids? The greatest transformation, greatest wealth transfer, according to Dan Pino, if you want to share that last one we just found. And he does say it more times, but that is legitimately the one I was looking for. He's like, what the fuck are you, what were you fucking doing except for having your thumb up your fucking ass? It's the truth. See Miles Parker, Spider, telling you. The truth hurts at times. It's some people, right? The world's got that soft, or some of the society, some members of certain societies have got that soft. They'll say something idiotic and then take offense when you go, you idiot. That's fucking wrong, you idiot. You dickhead. You calling it a dickhead? Calling it an idiot? It's like, bro, you just said something idiotic. You're an idiot. In this moment, you've just said something idiotic. Just be honest with yourself. Accept I've called you an idiot. I'll call myself an idiot. Call myself out. I won't call myself a weapon or an idiot or a muppet when I say or do the wrong thing or I get something wrong. The people are proper two-toucher. Like, forget your racism and all that. Some people legitimately can't handle being called an idiot in a moment where they've legitimately been a cretin, like full on. Yes, see Fry and everyone else I've missed. It is classic, holy moly. It is classic, mate. What's this Dan Pena clip from? You're basically American Phoenix. You just search greatest transformation of wealth like I just did. That second clip there, greatest wealth transfer according to Dan Pino, is or Pen or Pino, however you'd say it. He's not, I can't remember how he says it. But all of them, greatest transformation of wealth in the Trump era, greatest transformation of wealth. He's going deep. He's going deep. And again, a lot of it 2 years ago when we started, like, influenced us from the get-go. Exactly, Craig. We'll be like, well, sit down, Jimmy. Let me tell you a story about a man called David Schwartz. That's how ours starts. That's how ours starts. Some of you might say, let me tell you about a channel called Love for Crypto that got me onto a guy called David Schwartz and XRP. But the general gist of the story for most of us is going to start with David Schwartz, the formation of cryptocurrency, and the internet of value. That's going to be the biggest question, that we actually saw the vision. So when in the future, when your kids and your grandkids are all pinging these assets and flipping assets for fun between themselves, whether it's a Pokemon card, a Pokemon toy, an actual game for the PlayStation, a skin off the game, or whatever, you can sit back and be like, saw this coming, us Love for Crypto, the whole community, our little, we see it coming. It's going to be no surprise to us. Exactly, rising. That's the difference. And again, take the man however you want to take him, regards to what he says. That was pretty harsh, wasn't it? The way that he legitimately said he raped people of the money, but did it legally. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's moral. Do you know what I mean? Did you talk about the Indian news and they're banning crypto? Can't believe that will go through. SBI's money all the bans. India banning crypto. Is that not just the biggest piece of FUD? Or is there actual gravitas to it? Lots of people were to line up for comforting lies, but can't take the brutal honest truth. That is the brutal honest truth, sadly, C-Fry. A lot of people, yeah. There's a meme online of that, isn't there? Everyone queuing up for bullshit and being fed a bullshit pie, and then there's one guy in the truth queue, and like, I think he's got his head in his hands crying because the truth's like proper distressing, but it's the truth. Get to the bottom. Let's get to the bottom. Statue of Scott in Manchester. Imagine that. What the fuck? Let me tell you about the funniest man in crypto. Is that Carl you? He's in the fucking mirror, mate. Come here, kids. I'm telling you about the funniest man in crypto. Pass that fucking mirror. He's in there. When I look at it, I really do. Morning, Steve. David is smart and he's just one guy. He's just one guy. At least local council. I'm going to speak to Boo soon about actually running for council. I don't necessarily want to be a politician or a councillor. I just want to see politicians and councillors that truly want to be one. Don't want to get rich off a system. And don't want power and control. But actually want to promote peace, freedom, love and happiness throughout their communities, be it national or local. I just want to get my foot in the door to open up people's eyes to democracy through consensus, basically. But India bans crypto. We're gonna get a story from 2015, and then they unban it in 2016, and they probably banned it again in 2018, unbanned it last year. They're gonna ban it again this year, and probably unban it next year, and then by 2025, it's legit. India to ban cryptocurrency. Click the news. 3 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 hour ago, 3 days ago, 1 week ago, 3 weeks ago, 1 day ago. We'll go to the next page. 2 hours ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 day ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. Third page. This page 3. Bucket. 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago, 1 month, 5 hours, 1 week. 3rd of March. Interesting. Back to page 1, 3 hours ago. The Economic Times. With a law, India plans lasting ban on cryptos. A new law will deal a blow to investors, exchanges and other entities dealing in virtual currencies. New Delhi, India is looking to introduce a law to ban cryptocurrencies as the government sees a legal framework as being more effective than a circular from the Reserve Bank of India. Well, that just threw me, that. A note has been moved by the Finance Ministry for March the 4th, decision of the Supreme Court to quash the April 18 circular from the RBI that prevented banks from providing services in support of cryptocurrencies. Right, so a high-level government panel in July 2019 prepared a draft law providing a ban on all forms of private cryptocurrencies. It has suggested a fine up to Rs25 code and imprisonment of up to 10 years for anyone dealing in them. Oh, damn! Damn! Process, private. What is their definition of a private cryptocurrency? Privacy coins. Monero getting banned. Dodgy. Ooh, interesting. What is it? What is the terminology of a private cryptocurrency? Oh boy, we get Monero. The 5 most private cryptocurrencies. Back to India. Let's go back to that. So, a ban on all forms of private cryptocurrencies. At the time, the court had said, while we have recognised the power of RBI to take preemptive action, we are testing in this part of the order of proportionally of such measure for the determination of which RBI needs to show at least some semblance of any damage suffered by its regulated entities. The ruling lifted facto value traded Bitcoin of such instruments, prompted startups to say they would revive plans to invest in businesses. However, several banks haven't allowed payments for cryptocurrency trades in India or overseas in the absence of any specific communication. Still, transactions have been taking place through other channels. So the draft rules in July 2019 proposal were too harsh, said one of them. Such a proposed legislation would make it illegal to hold, sell, issue, transfer, mine or use cryptocurrencies and, if passed in the current form, would completely decimate the crypto industry in India. That was Amit Maheshwari, partner of the AKM Global. The government will conduct a stakeholder consultations and not go ahead with a bill in its present form. So if they rewrote this total ban on crypto, are they rewriting this bill for privacy coins? Right, let's try and chase the sauce. Chase it about a sauce. That link there, ban on cryptocurrencies. Ban cryptos. With a law, India plans lasting ban on cryptos. Ew. So where's the actual article? It's just a fucking headline, that. 6th of June. Interesting. They've got it somewhere else. I'm just chasing the sources here. It looks like it's C-Fry. Anything you're going to be able to like disappear through, not be traced through, money laundering coins, privacy coins, seems like they might be getting banned in India. It is a little bit Busani. Oh, that Busani Radebe. Busani Radebe. That's a nice name, that. It's a nice name. Is that male? That's a male name. Is that man Busani? Busani. I'm writing an animated story. If anyone's really into, right, why I buzz off like random names and good names is I need names for characters in my story. And I'm doing like warrior tribes from Africa, from the Pacific Islands, ancient Asian warrior tribes, even Anglians and that. So, morning Richard. That name, Busani. Might actually use that for a shaman, if you don't mind. I mean, this is a, whoa, we've got a circular link now. This is what I hate. I hate this. I can't stand this. I'm coming to a page with multiple stories, right? So there's loads of little stories on it. If I click that one story there, that's with a law, India plans, with a law, India plans, blah, blah, blah. So India is looking to introduce a law to ban cryptocurrencies. That's a link. So that should be a source link, obviously. Push that source link. And oh, we're on a circular fucking link within their website then. Just more clicks for their impressions on the media kit. So if you run a site and a brand and apps and that, you want targeted ads and you want like you want your price list based on your media kit and your reach and attention and impressions. That's just increasing clicks on a website. Circular finger to no source on that story. All we've got is a writer of this. This is where it's traced me to this website, written by Deepshikha Sikara. Butchered. So decision of the Supreme Court, that's a link. Let's have a gander at that. May the 4th. Oh, it's on the same site, but it's actually a different page. Supreme Court, reservation isn't a fundamental right. Interested. I can't can't really find anything official. It is click boosting bullshit by the looks of it. Let's give them about 30 fucking clicks, try to get to the bottom of it, the bastards. Get me off this fucking website. No more clicks off me, you twats. Let's check different stories though, because they might have better if you take, oh, it could take me back to that one though, yeah. It looks like they're gonna ban crypto coins. Any Twitter stories? India crypto ban. Will they take your crypto? That Peter Brand T. We did a video about Brand T not long ago, did we? Like, Brand. Fucking hell, eh? Again, like, oh. You Zulu, mate. Oh, don't mind, I'm using your name in my animation. Got one of the tribes is a Zulu tribe. I'm struggling, you know, because my world's not the world. It's not Africa and Asia and all that shit. I'm struggling at what to actually call the continents, whether to just call them Africa and, you know, just change them slightly, but people still know what real world continent it is. But it's not actually called Africa. It's not actually Asia. It's not actually the Americas. Do you know what I mean? It's... So you in Africa now, Bushana? You waiting for these? What's the script with your financial services and that? If you don't mind me asking, mate, feel free to tell me to fuck off. It's none of my business what kind of financial services you've got at the moment. But since being in crypto, your financial world opened up a little bit, and like you've got, it's a little easier to play with value now, or you already seeing these benefits basically, and then boom, it's leading to fears like that. Will they take your crypto? I think we need to morning all, if you're only just joining. I think we're going to all have to be careful in the future about privacy coins, private networks, and who you actually, not really who, but where you actually put your money, and yeah, basically who you put it with. Right, Nicholas, it's a good question that. But how big were IBM when their technology started routing current virtual money and virtual transactions. We're in a time now where corporations can grow extremely fast. And once you've reached like multiple unicorn status, as in like you're worth over 1 billion, if you make a company and it gets worth $1 billion market cap on your company, that's a unicorn company. It's what it's called. So Revolut was on, what was they on now? Buy shares. Can't remember what it's called. But they was on there. You could have bought shares in Revolut a couple of years ago, and now they're a unicorn company. How old's IBM? Damn! Damn! What? What? 1911? I'm expecting IBM to be younger than me, and they're flaming 1911. I'm thinking like I'm expecting like 1985s, 1911. So at the beginning, it was a merger of 3 manufacturing businesses, a product of the times orchestrated by the flaming hell. So yeah, IBM maybe not as young as I thought. I was going to use them as a little bit of an example then of how a company can become an absolute monster so fast. That surprised me, that. Microsoft 1975. I guess it's just about agreeing, innit? Like the Swift payment system, I suppose. So the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. Founded 1973. It's simply a network that enables financial institutions worldwide to send and receive information about financial transactions in a secure, standardized, and reliable environment. Swift also sells software and services to financial institutions, much for it to use on the SwiftNet network and ISO 9362. Business identifier codes, BICs, previously bank identifier codes, are popularly known as Swift codes. Now, if we redo that, not Swift, not saying Swift, but saying Ripple, provides a network that enables financial institutions worldwide to send and receive information about financial transactions in a secure and standardized, reliable environment. Ripple also sells software and services to financial institutions, much of it for use on the RippleNet network and ISO 20022. Just swap that paragraph for Ripple, and Ripple is doing what Swift did in the 70s. Is it not? Is that not just what it is? It's a great question, Nicholas. Like, how does such a tiny company just do it? And it's what they create, mate. It's what they create. How did Jeff Bezos get so rich? It's what he created. How was Microsoft so big? It's what they created. How was Google the biggest, most powerful search engine, and now what corporation in Alphabet? It's because of what they built. It's just what you build. You build it, they will come. Rub it in your face in a movie, mate. You know, not like I've not said that before. If you build it, they will come. Yeah, if they can't track it, they will ban it. Devon Stee, that's a great way to put it. Alex, morning. Visa's worth 600 billion. This is what I mean. So, what is Visa? What is MasterCard? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, who are they actually? It's thing, innit? People's like, oh yeah, using Visa, Visa debit, Visa credit, Visa this, Visa. Do you know what I mean? People either actually know who Visa are, they're just using it because it's got a little FSC approved. Woo woo. Do you know what I mean? Because they approve it. Visa is just an American multinational financial services corporation headquartered in Foster City, California, United States. It facilitates electronic funds transfers throughout the world, most commonly through Visa-branded credit cards, debit cards, or prepaid cards. Visa Inc. Why is everyone going to let Visa get so big? Why are they going to let Visa get so big? 62 years ago, founded in 1958, almost as old as my mum. How'd they get so big? Like I say, we're living in a world now where corporations and entities and these institutions themselves come up with this technology and software that actually improves the systems of them, and they are then like, oh shit, come here, bro, having some of that. So what I say about Ripple walking in the room in 2012, innit, in 2013, saying like, look at this system we've got here, like it's gonna annihilate that Swift thing you're working on. It's all about crypto, but it's done a different way than this mining stuff that I know you don't like. And the bank's like, yeah, well, sounds great, but go and prove it works, mate. Show us it works. Show us it works. It's interesting, like if it was about in at the starts of Visa, at the start of to see how it was done back then. Like how long did it take Swift to get 11,000 connected institutions? Yeah, it's interesting that, you know, you should think about doing your own little bit of content and that and try and educate in your local community, Busani, really, mate, because honestly, right now, cards on the table, if it comes to it in the future where we've got enough capital and we've helped some people in our own communities and we've built something here in Britain that helps people in Britain, and then we've got the capital and the investment and the backing through all the community to go to other places in the world. We might even have to go, we just send the value. We're gonna need people in them communities, mate, educating them communities, hands-on, boots on the ground. Do you know what I mean? It's, yeah. Stay in touch, Bushannon. We'll help change the world if these fuckers at the top don't do it. Like Nicholas there, groups like the Rothschild, which owns shares in all the central banks globally, like the power they control, why they give it to David and crew. Well, Nicholas, imagine Mr. Rothschild at the moment and his legacy systems that make him richer and richer over time and his controlled societies. Imagine the next one's in charge and they see him getting on, they see all the work he has to do to keep it running and keep it churning, and the younger guys are looking at this new tech thinking, hang on a minute, this ILP and this global RTGS system and this kind of democracy through consensus and all this consensus algorithm stuff, this is going to enable people to run the system themselves. Yeah, if we maintain stability at the top, we're just going to get richer by putting our feet up, but we're not. So we just put our feet up and let them just, anyone, get as rich as you want, guys. Still going to pay tax, still going to purchase, still going to consume, still going to want, still going to want, still going to want, still going to want, gimme. Most people are still like that. Let's have it right. In the end, I really do think the Rothschilds and everyone are just going to go like that. And that's them. Boom, done. All they need to worry about then is becoming immortal, don't they? Transferring the consciousness and that. It's interesting. And don't forget, David has worked with the NSA and all that, so it's not like they've just put it in my hand. Do you know what I mean? It's an interesting one. Have you heard of any African development with APL, Apollo, or United Allied States? Interesting, Naked. they are, Alex, if not just through the W3C's bed, it's not even just one bed. It's like they've made their own bed in Ripple Net and invited people in. So they're like, yo, anyone want to come and put a dude in our bed? Having a little software orgy here. And then people came to Ripple's bed. And then before you know it, Chris Larson's like, yo, Brad, take my spot here, mate. I'm bouncing to the IMF's bed as an advisor. And Ryan Zagonga's to another bed. And Stephen Thomas and all the rest of them create the coil beds and Interledger beds and all the rest of the beds. And then there's a W3C bed. And everyone's just got their own little bed. And everyone's just like, yeah, you go and get there. Send us the data though, bro. Send us what's happening. Go over there, swim in that pool and tell us what they're up to. No, Hearst, it's not. See, the thing is, Hearst, right, the ISO migration for most central banks and stuff like that, it was always projected for 2023 to 2024, even to the Fed. I think the Fed's the longest. You'd have to look it up. We would have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure the Fed is between 2023 and 2024. The Bank of England's 2023, so's the ECB, I think, and SWIFT have just delayed it. SWIFT was aiming for next year, whereas now it's going 2022. So SWIFT being ready before the rest of the central banks and commercial banks makes a little sense, doesn't it, really? It doesn't mean that if you're an entity, an institution and bank that's able to do it now, you can't do it now. You do it as and when you want. They've just increased the deadline for when banks have to do it. If we remember not long ago, we actually saw an ISO roadmap of when banks had to be ready to do certain things. And all it is likely just dragging a few of them down the list. So instead of forcing them to be ready by then, let's drag that down a bit, and they just need to be ready by then. It's not going to really affect it at all. All it really will do is postpone, not even postpone, give people more time, give certain institutions more time to complete the migration, basically. And I think it's the core systems within SWIFT that need to be done by then. So once everyone's ready. So if you're an institution that's connected to your clients and also connected to SWIFT and connected to everyone else's clients, SWIFT needs to be ready for when you're ready, because you can't be ready in 2023. Turn around to SWIFT and like, we're good to go. And SWIFT like, oh no, not quite. It's like, well, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been delayed a little bit, but they'll still have it done by 2023. Even the end of 2022 is what it's been delayed from. Yeah, good shout, Carl. Smash them likes, guys. It helps the SEO. You know, when it goes boom, people already in and at the top. And holding crypto going to be so far ahead than the rest of the human race. We'll be one step closer to altered carbon. We really will be, C4I. Altered carbon, that is it's what I mean by if you mix altered carbon with the movie replicas, and then you imagine the sleeves, the random sleeves of altered carbon, they seem like a couple of 100 years away, don't it? And how many buildings and all the drones and everything flying above the weather and all that. That does seem a couple of centuries away, and so does the replica thing in all factuality, but we're heading towards it 100%. We're going to be living like them without the immortality of the vessels and sleeves that they have. Do you know what I mean? So, like I said the other day about Minority Report, he's got a screen and a glove on to use the screen. It's that old. We're past that now. We're augmented reality now, doing that with screens with no gloves on. And as long as you're wearing the headset, the Microsoft HoloGlass or whatever other product that's got augmented reality headset, you can see. We're past Minority Report in the screens, like past Star Trek in screens. Star Trek had monitors, mate. It wasn't even flat screen. It was basically in fucking monitors and shit. Like, I know it was flat, but you know what I'm saying. The very early Star Trek, like Kirk's fucking ship, with the original series, we're so far beyond that now, tech-wise, except for the actual ship. There are Rothschild links to Ripple for original investors. Don't surprise me that, babe. They're all Vanguard shit. See, the thing about them deep dives, it's there's no bottom. There's no clarity and closure at the bottom. It just makes you either want to go deeper and you're pulling even more your hair out. Think like it either gets frustrating because you can't quite find the information, or you're like, this is true. What? Takes you down some roads you don't necessarily want to be going down. Like, yeah, it's good to know it in the future when we start fighting it. But some of that, this is what I was saying the other day about the top of the pyramid. We kind of know what's going on in a way at the top of the pyramid, regards to everything from the paedophilia, the corruption, the lot. But you ain't getting to that until you tackle the lower parts of systemic corruption and brutality on the streets, and we all know what that is at the moment. Love for media, know that, Paul. We'll be doing an Elder Scrolls stream this weekend, I think, as well. I'm going to go and see Kurt fishing a little later. I've still got to go to the bank to cash that fucking check. Spent a day with a cat yesterday. I heard the Lord Rothschild was the only lord that the Queen did that. He the only lord that don't have to bow to the Queen. I'm surprised with that, mate. Ooh, Agora. Talked to a banker today. She knew about the reset and told me she wasn't allowed to talk about it. Said the banks have to be ready before anything happens. 100% in it. It's got a big everything begins with, or everything that matters within an economy begins with a financial transaction and a trade, done it? Otherwise there would be no economy. Like, it starts, you're either chasing the transaction and payment and trade, so you produce something to sell, trade, or transact with, or you work for it or anything, but it all starts with chasing that money for the transaction, doesn't it? It's all about the financial system. It's the money makes the world go around, as they say. It's interesting, isn't it, Alex, how high up the banks it actually goes? You know, like how high up how low down the NHS does the spending go? Do you know what I mean? Like, how many people know we all know about the stamping, extra funding, all that shit. Let's not turn blind eyes. But how far down does that go? As a nurse on every ward understand that most of the patients are being stamped to certain death. So so the hospital gets more money than if it would have been a different kind of death. It's all fucked. Morning, Chris. Morning, LKBC, sorry. Great content to listen to while painting walls. Love it. Love it. See, chasing the bread is what the fuck's all about, innit? We just need to figure out a way where we're just living. Bread comes to us. I mean, don't you might love painting. I hope you do. You at least enjoy it. What do you mean? Feels a little bit less like work, doesn't it, when you at least enjoy it? Should paint little random pictures on the walls to just to have a little buzz throughout the day, you know, because you're gonna go over it anyway. While you're cutting in, just do some smiley faces and shit, and do some fucking painting content on Insta, and grow a little art page. Or halfway through, Noah, means you won't be far off my favourite bit of that. It's an epic scene. Shame they didn't drag it out a little longer. Not necessarily, it didn't need dragging out a little longer, just a little bit more vocals, a bit more dialogue. Yeah, it's madness in it, C-Fry, but then like I say, what kind of decisions are being made at the top of the hospital for that to be possible? What kind of decisions are being made in Parliament? for that kind of thing to be possible. Oh, sorry for interrupting, Alan. I'll be gone soon anyway. It's probably only be a 2-hour stream, this, another half an hour or so. Go and see how the cat's doing. He's locked in the bedroom at the moment, unless my mum's let him out. Sebastian's here as well. In fact, I might have another cheeky dupe and then just wind it down. No, I'm not actually. The singularity with Johnny Depp. Never underestimate how rapidly things are going to change in 10 years. I've seen that transhumanism with Johnny Depp. I saw that one. Yeah, downloading the update of Elder Scrolls. Nice, Alan. I'll have to, if you want me to help you run through it and rank your guy, you'll have to make sure you're in the same faction. I think I'm Ebonheart Pact, or something it's called. I'll have to check it, double check it. Just let me double check and get all the. You have to add. You'll have to add. Get me on WhatsApp or something. We'll sort that out over the weekend. Defo. Singularity with Johnny Depp. Have I seen that? Is that called? Is it transhumanism? It's not, because names have different. Movies have different names in different places, don't they, at times? Singularity movie. Johnny Depp. 2004. Transcendence. What was I calling it? Transhumanism. That's just the term for it, innit? You fucking idiot. See? People say idiotic shit all the time. You're an idiot in the moment. Transhumanism. That's what it's actually called. Transhumanism. In a human becoming digitally immortal, should we say it? Is that digitally immortal? So it was the same film, yeah. So yeah, I've seen it. Fucking calling shit different things in different. So is that what it was called in America? The singularity. It was called Transcendence for us. That one, Transcendence, Johnny Depp, where he transcends. He's transhumanism. And yeah, I've seen it. It's an extremely interesting film. The first movie I ever saw where I realised it was called different things was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Seen it online, a poster, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm like, it's another book. It's another book and film coming out. It looks a bit, why is he still young? That looks like the Philosopher's Stone. And then I found out that they changed it in America because to most Americans, philosopher sounds boring as fuck. Morning, OG. Noah's dad, mate. Well, it's his granddad, innit? His dad actually gets murked at the beginning when he's trying to give him he's trying to bestow him with a family thing. He later gets it back off the guy, doesn't he? And gives it to, he does the same thing to the, I'm not going to spoil the end for Alan, but yeah. His granddad, mate, he's like that's beyond shamanism, that, innit? He's like at first, he's just like a shaman, gives him his ayahuasca brew and that, and gives him the vision. So Noah has the vision to see what's going to happen. But then he clearly has a little bit of power, doesn't he? It's proper sick. I'm surprised Noah, well, not necessarily the surprise because he got a lot of religious backlash because of Noah's actions in it, but the second half of the film is, like I say, it's split into two halves. The first half is like, imagine this actually fucking happened and a guy was chosen to do this, like what the fuck? Miracles happening. And then the second half's like, well, what the fuck would that actually do to that person? Like, you know what I mean? You've been chosen to just let humanity be washed away while you save all the animals. It's like, mate, that's fucking with anyone's head. You know what I mean? Anyone who hasn't seen Transcendence, or the Singularity, as I believe it seems to be called in other places, Johnny Depp, and you're interested in humans actually being uploaded into computers to become digitally immortal, it's an interesting film, to say the least. I don't think it's quite on replicas level. That's what it's going to be. It's not going to be as deep as this. He legitimately just goes into a computer, gets wired to the internet, and he's in the internet. He's living in the internet. He's like in the fucking internet. He's not even got a physical body. In the end, he's living in the internet. Like the trailers will spoil that for you. That's no spoiler. But the replicas is where it will end. You watch replicas right till the end, and that very end scene, what's happening at the end, I think it's a very end scene, not with Keanu, but with the other dudes. That's the elite's wet dream. The elite's wet dream to have a replica that their consciousness can be moved into, so the immortal, not even just digitally immortal, they've got a vessel, a physical flesh vessel, mate. Like the sleeves on Altered Carbon, but even beyond the sleeves, like replicas is sick. Replicas is a good it's a good move, a great perspective of where they will be trying to get in the future. No shadow of a doubt. 2018. 2 years ago, love Keanu Reeves. I always call him Keanu, even though I know it's Keanu. For some reason, Keanu Reeves. It's the way he's the mank. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, like me, you Reeves. My mouth don't want to do it. Don't want to do it as fast as I want to talk, basically. I want to talk quick, want to get shit out. Don't want to be like Keanu Reeves. I know it's only a little bit quicker, but don't give me shit. Elder Scrolls Chris is the one. I'm super interested if ESO Online, like Elder Scrolls Online, is going to transfer to PlayStation 5. Now, what I'm going to do is teach people on Elder Scrolls Online to accumulate materials and stuff in the hope that that is one day connected to a real world marketplace. If it's not, at least the groundwork has been done on one game and you know how to do it for the next game or the next Elder Scrolls Online. Like I say, that game's been out years and it just adapts with the times. So I'm guessing it will just have an Interledger Protocol API tapped to the back of it in the end once they make the marketplace of real world value. And it's a matter of they either do it with the guild stores or they open up the guild stores for everyone, or they're just a typical merchant will be a real world marketplace, but that's up to the creators of the game to decide how they do it. So it's been out 6 years at the moment. Do you know what I mean? 6 years. Came out on Windows at first in 2014. Then it was put on PlayStation and Xbox 2015. It's now on Stadia as well. Elder Scrolls originally used to be mandatory monthly subscription model until it transitioned. That's fucking... I've never thought of that. Pay as you play. Paid to play. Pay as you play. In-game purchases. I truly believe most games should be free these days. Just give them the game and sell them stuff in the game. They're going to spend the 50 quid they would have spent on the game, inside the game, and then it's going to lead them to an in-game marketplace that then has more impulse buys. So it's like they're going to go from £50 to £100 over time. I spent a good 300 quid on Grand Theft Auto over 10 years or something, since I've been like able to spend money on it every now and then. Is there a beginner's version like the younger Scrolls? Carl, mate. Man. Compose. The Apprentice. It's called The Apprentice Scrolls. It's discontinued though. If you didn't get on it, you fucked it. You just got to start as an elder now. A level 0 elder. Clash of Clans needs a marketplace. Oh, don't talk to me about Clash of Clans, mate. I gave up on it a little bit. stop it. It's still signed in. And it's done an update. Stop it. I've still got my Clash Village, mate, Craig. It's actually, you've received, oh, hello. Oh, this has been a long time. Yo, collecting shit for the first time in, oh, Gembox. Remove that. There's my base in Clash. From back in the day, mate. I haven't played this for the... I've not played Clash of Clans since I've been into crypto. I've got a Town Hall 11. I'm at Town Hall 11, me. As you can see, when I started the game, I went on in the Town Halls. I was like Town Hall 10. Oh, turn that down. I was like Town Hall 10, and I still had what do you call it? Gold walls. But I've got all the specials, mate. All the spooky trees. I've got every single Christmas tree except the very first Christmas tree. I've got one. Oh, damn. I've got some new trees as well. The fortune tree. The spooky tree. Got some new Halloween shit. 6th anniversary cake. 7th birthday surprise. Oh, damn. Got loads of shit. Oh, that used to be sick. I've got a full armor. Let's go and have a raid. Nah, I can't even be arsed. But yeah, I used to smash Clash. Used to smash it. Like, pretty much right from the beginning of the game. And then clearly I give up. I give up on Town Hall 11. Can't really be arsed with it anymore. Like I say, I've not played it since I've been into crypto. Kind of just let it go. I let a lot of gaming go. When I started doing this, I did just stop gaming pretty much. It was a good game though. You maxed it, Craig. Nice. Imagine 5 sleeves living at the same time. With the same consciousness, with different personalities in different circumstances. It's bro, you're playing this, so SO, let's go. We should do a duo stream, talk about virtual marketing. Made a Martian report. I'm sure me call sign's Scott84 MUFC, but I'll be online tomorrow or Sunday 100%. So just look out for the live stream over the weekend, and it will be on gaming. And even if you miss it, at least have a ganders of it to get me gamer tag and shit, and add me as a friend within Elder Scrolls. Hopefully we're in the same faction. I can go to Daggerfall and that anyway now because I'm champion. So I can go pretty much anywhere as long as I've got the DLC for it. There is places blocked off because I haven't bought the DLC. But yeah, Defo the March. I'm going to start gaming more and talking about ILP coming into gaming because it's going to be massive for people's kids. People just shouldn't be sleeping on it. Whether you're going to teach your kids, your nephew, your niece, your grandkids, I don't care who it is, you're going to be able to show them how to start accumulating some value on current games and then future games when linked to ILP. But that 5 sleeve things, man, like, is that going to end up a regulation that you can only have one sleeve active at one time, and there's going to be a way of them tracking it? I've seen the new PS5 console. I've also noticed that one of them is digital version, which means you'll only be able to download games. You can't put discs in it. Can't put discs in one of them. So one of them takes discs and one of them's just digital. That tells me we're getting extremely close to software only in consoles and that. I.e., in the end, you're going to have a smart tele smart enough to just download a PlayStation, and it'll have enough memory in the TV to hold the PlayStation and all its games. You'll just buy the PlayStation online and it'll get downloaded to your TV. Or you'll buy a Sony TV with the PlayStation already built in. Why not that? Do you know what I mean? A TV with a PlayStation 6 built into it in 5 years, 6 years. gaming's a great thing to do when you get bored, but it's also really good now because you're going to be able to start accumulating some real world value. We all know that it costs money to buy in-game gold. If you want to just buy in-game gold, it costs you real world money, but you can't sell your in-game gold back for real world money, can you? You'll be able to one day. 100% it'll be coming. Even if that kind of stuff takes 10 years, the next generation of gamers going to start demanding it once they realize it's possible. And again, this is just one kind of making money while gaming. Never mind streaming, get enough attention in your streams and actually making a bit of revenue through your streams, whether donations or advertisements, and then actually entering tournaments and winning tournaments. Like there's a kid last year in Argentina won 900 grand. I've seen a video going about. He was 13. 13 years old. Won 900,000. It's probably dollars. Said pounds. Probably dollars or euros. But 900 grand. 13 years old. Proper had a right little... Imagine the emotional stiffy that kid had at that moment, mate. He's never felt anything like that in his life. I don't even think he actually realises how much value he actually won playing a game, being 13. Oh, I miss split screen, me, Chris. I'm a 90s kid, growing up with the Mega Drives and Master Systems and all that, and the very first PlayStation. I miss split screen, me. I do. Not that I don't love online and people being able to stay at home and still play with me, but I miss the guy being sat right next to you and you're racing, or like car racing games used to be sick when it was split screen and you were sat with the person, you could see him on the screen next to you and that. It's got well different now. In World of Warcraft, you can use in-game gold to pay your subscription. That's pretty good. That is good. It's an evolution of gaming, innit? You want to be able, I bet, like, how long have you been able to do that for? Was that right from the beginning, or was it an update? People in Clash winning in esports now. Don't tell me there's Clash competitions because of the clan wars and that. What? Should have kept it on Commodore 64. Games on cassette. Still never, I don't think I'll ever come to terms with that. Now I understand it's just a little video, VHS, but it was cassette, mate. Like, cassette's usually audio, or was audio. And this next thing, I'm a unicorn shooting things out his head to stop the spiders hitting the floor. And I don't have that game on Commodore 64 where the spiders came down, you had a unicorn on the bottom, and then fucking shot the thing, and it had to hit the wall and go up and hit the spider, or just hit the spider direct, and you couldn't let the spider hit the floor. Commodore 64 was sick, mate. That's interesting with World of Warcraft. Well, that's what I meant a minute ago. If games are going to stay subscription through ILP, it could just be taken out of your wallet per second as you're playing. So when you log in, you start paying your subscription, and when you log out, it stops paying it. When's that world coming? Oh, 1 million in Clash. This is one of them times where you're like that with your mate. Like, if only we'd have carried on doing that. If only we'd have carried on doing that. We was near, I'm not going to say that it was top of the shop, but I had a clan in the top 100 clans. No, that was a lie. The top 400 clans and in the world. And I think it was, in the end, we got top 100, but then top 70 of the UK clans. I was in the top 70 of the UK clans at one point, my clan. And I just let the game go. Yeah. Just let it go. Clash Addicts, it was called. Clash Addicts, mate. The original Clash Addicts clan. We smashed it. Yeah, but the thing is, C-Fry, the difference is, it's a free game on your phone. A free game on your phone. If your child would have got, or you would have got good enough at it to the point where you can win one of these tournaments, you win $1 million. Just winning 200 grand. You shitting me? So you download a free game on your phone. You put a bit of grind in over a year or two, and then you win a tournament that enables you to buy an house for cash. Off a game on your phone. Doing that on Flappy Birds, or are you? Are you telling me there's Flappy Bird flaming competitions? Not Flappy, or Angry Birds. Is he an actor? Stop it. Stop it. Angry Birds World Cup. Can you imagine that? Mate. Because there's a FIFA World Cup online, like when you play the FIFA game World Cup. I need to search fucking Angry Birds World Cup here. Just to make sure there isn't one yet. Because I might have to download the game. Angry Birds. Ascending Esports. Competitive Angry Birds. Stop it. Angry Birds World Records. The FIFA World Cup, Angry Birds, Star Wars. Oh, what? In our last Ascending Esports article, we looked at Magic the Gathering, the most successful collectible partner. Angry Birds Champions. In this version of the game, players can pay to enter tournaments and compete for a modest cash prize. Modest. I bet it's 10 million 2 years. Shit their bed. Modest. Angry Birds tournaments. Processing. This is it. This is why you gotta like, just like, right, let's break it fucking down. All them dads out there who are like, oh, if he could just become a footballer, he'd be set for life. If he could just become a footballer, he'd be set for life. You're taking him on the field at 3 years old. He only just started walking. He's like, there's the ball, son. Come on. And he's picking it. No, don't pick it up. You're not being a goalie. You're not being a goalie, lad. Kick it, lad. Kick it, lad. Please be the next George Best. Please be the next Jedi. Please be the next fucking Ian Rush. Whoever you support. Please. You love him to be a football player. Well, gamer now as well. Oh, if only he could make it as the fucking Fortnite world champion. If only we could bring him up to be the Fortnite world champion. If he just wins one of them Clash of Clans, let me start building him a base. Carl, give your base to your kids. Let them run with that shit. Seriously, like, this is the be all and end all of it now. Like, everyone, you'll have someone who's into music, giving the kid a guitar, wing. The kid's like, well, what a game. You're like, well, you're never going to make it gaming. You shut the fuck up, Dad. It's not 1980 anymore. It's not 1995. It's not even 2005, right? There's people making millions gaming and they're not even winning tournaments. So get the fuck out of the way. I'm turning PlayStation on. Help the kids. Like, you've just got to monitor it. Yeah, that Transcendence is, I do prefer replicas, personally, from what I remember. Replicas is the better movie for me, personally. It's an awesome movie. Star Wars, online Star Wars will cut. There'll be an Elder. It wouldn't surprise if there's going to be Elder Scrolls battles. You'll get tournaments. The Elder Scrolls battles are epic online. They go for days and weeks, mate. They go for weeks. You can legitimately stay up and stay awake for a week in a full all-out battle, participate in a battle non-stop for a week, and you'll be like the G of the battle. It's I can't. Angry Birds. People's legitimately Angry Bird tournaments, mate, for modest prizes. Angry Bird prize money, like, is it only just being put together? Oh yeah, the FIFA E-World Cup prize money. The FIFA Interactive World Cup, the biggest sports competition in gaming history. FIFA announced this tournament in 2004. According to details, the prize money increased year after year. The winner in 2012 collected 26,000. 2017 FIFA Active World Cup organisers increased 50%. The winner would then receive 200k. The winner in 2018, it was $250,000. $250,000 for being the best who enters the FIFA World Cup tournament. I'm pretty sure you could only, there was a time where you could only do it on PlayStation. You couldn't enter it if you was on Xbox. I'm not sure if that's changed. But $250,000. And don't forget do you know when they announced the Ballon d'Or award in FIFA to the best player of that year? That's where the finals held for the FIFA Interactive World Cup. So you get to meet all the contestants of the Ballon d'Or, see all the Premiership players, all the UEFA Cup, fucking Messi and all that lot, the best players in the world, and then they get to watch you play your World Cup final, bro. Or sis, whatever you prefer. Bro is not gender or sex based when it's said like that. Yeah, meanwhile, Kurt's on the lake, mate. Get me there, bro. Get me in the lake. Not in the lake, on the lake. Fucking idiot. Back to work, Craig. Laters. I'm hoping I get something off the agency soon. I need to rebook my CSCS as well because my ECS cards ran out and not been able to go and do the test because of the situation. It's getting beyond the joke, mate. It's like I can't got a card to get into work, even if there is work, even though it's been extended. It's like the phone ain't fucking ringing. Wasn't, you know what I mean? And now I can't go to renew the card. Like I'm just sat here like, yeah, can you just let me know when I can go and do my test and get a new fucking card so I can go back on site, please? Stop taking the piss. It's like they want you to go and rob a bank, innit? Pac-Man. Program and Control Man. Have you seen that, Carl? Program and Control Man. Have you seen that, Pac-Man? Mate, the sheep are Pac-Man. It's mad. Black Mirror. Bandersnatch. Program and Control Man. In Google. Click on videos. This is the sheep after the advert. Oh, there's no volume.
You're letting it. If you listen closely.
Flagged for copyright, bastards. Mate, boys tripping balls, he was. Got a heads up, we've detected copyright audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. So we'll have to remove that little clip if we can in the future to get monetized. But yeah, Program and Control Man. That film is the interactive movie that you actually participate in. And there's multiple ways the film can go. It's actually pretty crazy. There's a version where, I don't really want to spoil it, but it's a sick film, that. You even choose what he has for breakfast. If you just I mean, it's probably going to be better watching the whole film and doing, but it's Black Mirror, Bandersnatch, Colin's speech about the Pac-Man metaphor. Alright. Basically, yeah, he's tripping, the lad's tripping his balls off at the time, but that's just to make it go over the sheep's head, and so the sheep don't realise that he's actually fucking talking about them. It was Black Mirror, but it's not the show, it's a movie. It's called Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. It's an interactive film. So at the beginning, the guy's going to come down to eat his fucking breakfast. And his dad's going to turn around to him. And he's like, do you want shreddies or frosties? And then boom, you've got a decision to make with your remote. And you have like 15 seconds to make it. Or it makes it whatever decision it's on for you. So if you want to give him shreddies, give him shreddies. You want him to have frosties, have frosties. You push the button. And then he's like, yeah, I'll have the frosties. And he eats whatever you choose for him to eat. That's the first little decision you make. And as the film goes on, you make bigger decisions for him. And in the end, the guy's like, who's doing this? I'm not even making my own decisions here. What the fuck's going on? Who's in charge of me? Like, he wakes up. The guy wakes up during the film. It's crazy, mate. It's sick. Like I say, Martian Report, it's not an actual episode. It's the movie. Bandersnatch. And I'm pretty sure it's still on UK Netflix. Let me just search. Yeah. Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. 1 hour 30 minutes. It's not 1 hour 30 minutes. It's 1 hour 30 minutes for one linear view. Make that decision, make that decision, make that decision, and get one ending. Yeah, that's an hour 30 minutes. But then you're going to be sat there thinking, well, what would have happened if I'd have gone that way there? And what would have happened if I'd have put that there? What would have happened if I'd have... And then you have to watch it multiple times to make every single decision, so you see every version of that film. What does that mean, right? What does that mean for future interactive movies? In a sense where you could have a short actor of an... I'm not discriminating, 4-foot actor or something. So he's got a 3D camera on his head, right? So the 3D camera's at like 5 foot, 6 foot. And he's mooching about this film while they're shooting with The Rock and fucking everyone else, and Denzel's there and all that. And then they shoot the film. And then it comes to it that you've got your mixed reality room at home where you put your VR headset on and you've got your omnidirectional treadmill and shit, or you just sat there, but you're actually playing that character, that extra in that film. Imagine that. Like, is that going to be a thing in the future? Is a director going to shoot a film where, like, I could sit with my VR headset on and actually play the part? And I could be looking over there at one point, and The Rock's like, yo, what we doing? What do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, shit, sorry, mate. Yeah, let's go that way. Do you know, what the hell does interactive movies in the future look like? Go watch Bandersnatch, Black Mirror Bandersnatch when you get time. And you tell me where that's going to go. Eco-African. Appreciate it, eh? Late is always better than never, bro. Pay me an XRP to watch movies and review them. Do you know how you can do that, Herson? Straight up. I'll start doing some reviews on the Love for Media page. So they're not really getting movie reviews in. Do you mean like I watch it and you watch it and I do a commentary over it? So I don't actually show it and do the audio. We'll just like sync screens together, watch a film together and like react to it. Do you mean like that? So stream me actually reacting to them, because you'll be seeing me crying shit if I do that, and I won't be able to hold it back when a film proper hits me. That could be done on Theta TV, I suppose. But guys, if you want to contribute, go and subscribe to Coil and just watch the content with a Coil subscription active, and you will contribute. Exactly, C-Fry. It could be like, do you want to stay as Johnny? Or do you want to go and play as Sandra? Like, I'm going to go and see what Sandra's saying. Let me just nip to the loo. Stop it. Joking. Joking. It was a joke. It was a joke. Everyone's in the film. I just pause the movie a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll check this body out. Women like that looking at how big the fucking Denzel is. Just take his pants off. Can I take his pants off? No, it's not that interactive yet. Right, stop it. Moving on. Yeah, that learn we all about the crazy movies in here. Do you know what? I should do it, Erson. I should start like a little bit in the past, shouldn't I? With some movies from the past. Maybe like the first one that attempted to wake people up being A Space Odyssey, 2001. With a black cube and all that. It's got a stoned ape theory hidden within the black cube theory. Did people see that at the beginning of that film? So you've got a stoned ape theory that they had mushrooms and learnt a load of knowledge. And you've got the black cube theory that that someone came in a black cube and was bestowed knowledge. Well, that merges it. The ape touches the black cube and boom, explosion in his head. The subconscious mind's what we need to reprogram. Be interesting if that's ever possible. Find a way to get me to watch years and don't do iPlayer though. Is it on anything else? Years and years. What's that about? Because Zack Snyder did it. Zack Snyder's been doing it recently, where like he'll put Man of Steel on or Batman v Superman, and watch it with the fans and that, and give his like director's commentary. So I suppose you could do that with reactive videos, really. That's it's an interesting one. That I wonder if you get away with Theta TV actually showing it. Would copyright flag up? Because you couldn't show it on YouTube, not all of it, and if you did, you'd have to be extremely limited in what you showed if you wanted to monetize the video. But again, through Coil monetization, the Love for Media channel doesn't actually need that kind of monetization. It just needs people to subscribe to Coil and watch it, and hopefully we don't get strikes. Cinnamon Live could be a way of doing it when that pops off. Mate, Steve, interactive porn and that, augmented mixed reality porn rooms, Star Trek holodecks and that. Carl, gonna do days and days first, hours and hours. Well, I don't. Yes, fucking hell. The D-Wave black computer. Hey, it is a black cube, innit? Like I say, should we start at Kubrick? It's fucking Space Odyssey. See, it's a weird one. Why don't they take Joe Rogan down with everything that gets said on his podcast? That's an interesting. Reprogramming the subconscious in a sense where you reprogram your nervous system is possible with psilocybin as well, but interests me to like what depth people think like you can actually change a person. Is that a possible form of rehabilitation for people who've done unthinkable crimes? Or do we just kill them all? It doesn't matter what, like, yeah, is that the reason, C-Fry? Joe Rogan gets away with it because he's a cog in that system. Years and years is about augmented reality going wrong. How's that go wrong? Putting augmented reality go wrong in Google instead of years and years. Dickhead. Oh, it's a season. Is it a series? Am I on the wrong one? propels the characters 15 years forward into an unstable world story against his members of the life. Interesting. I can't watch it. I'm not watching that. I can't. It's BBC. I mean, I suppose, could I stream it on an illegal site and then it's not fucking BBC? I don't want to watch anything from the BBC, mate. I want to see the BBC torn the fuck down and burning in hellfire. Fucking pedos. Let's not get into that. I'll try and get it on the internet somehow on a streaming site. I'm not watching it on a iPlayer. Fucking I think when you say iPlayer, I have Apple in my head, mate. Not them down there. Yeah, and I can't consume BB. I hate it when I even click an an article that goes to the website. You cannot go right. Anyone wonders why they're illegal, especially psilocybin? It's all about the mycelium. It's like the oil spill now. You know, in the Arctic, it should be up there. Don't like just putting a shitload of mycelium spores on the riverside to get it to suck the, like it will grow. You put mycelium on the riverside where the water's contaminated with oil, right, and it's contaminating the side of the riverbank. You put mycelium spores down there, right, it's going to produce an oil-eating fungi that will suck the oil out of the water. You then revisit it over time, taking away that oil-soaked mushroom as it's digesting the oil. There's mushrooms that you could put in Chernobyl and have it eat the radiation. They're already growing there. Mycelium will find a way on its own in the end. But if you take the mycelium there and be like, yo, mycelium, we got a problem. We need you to do your job. Save this fucking place as fast as you can. You'll see an incredible turnaround. And I'm not even joking. We're going to get the picture up, Paul Stamets. Because I'm winding down now. Going in the house soon. I want some brekker. Gotta be able to find this. Basically, they had an oily mound of dirt and diesel and stuff, and it was pretty fucked. And it was petroleum, right? So they went and put some spores down. After several weeks, full of mushrooms. But then as the mushrooms were degrading, coming to end of life, you had birds and insects landing on them, eating them, bringing seeds and all sorts. And in the end, you had the mound growing green instead of soaked with diesel. Right? Now if we search Paul Stamets, 6 ways mushrooms can save the world. That's what you're going to Google. 6 ways mushroom can save the world. And watch that video. And he'll show you the mound and that in that video. Like you'll see it at the TED Talk. There was 4 different mounds, oil-filled mounds, and like the other 3, fuck all happened to them. But the ones that had mycelium spores put in, growing green within 11 weeks, I think it was. Mushrooms might not be naturally from this planet. I think they are. It's a possibility that they're not. I think it's more likely that octopuses are not from this planet. I think that was a piece of DNA on a meteor. And I'm not joking. I think like octopus are weird, mate. Fucking weird. There's certain octopus and lizard, reptilia, things that come out of the water in the past that do not act, react, or behave like the rest of the life on this planet. I'm talking about limbs coming off and growing back. I'm talking about being camouflage fucking skin. What? You know what I mean? Where's my camouflage? God, come on, bruh. I could do with being hidden at times, mate. You know what I mean? Taking the piss. But this is the thing, the Martian, to fix the cycles. You wouldn't exactly have them just sat there with a knife, would you? Like, just sit there and hold that prang, mate. Just hold that machete and give you this drink. You have them contained, and it's medication. It would be with a trained shaman, and there's no try to kill you while you're tripping balls if you give them certain things. Like, the first thing they should be getting is a big blast of DMT, mate, and they're straight asleep for at least 5 minutes. Not even moving. Go sleep, dickhead. Come back when you've met God. Fucking knob. And then if he's still being a dick, he's not even remotely processing the experience he's just had, just give him another blast. Go back. Get the fuck back there, mate. You want to know what you think you're a big boy. Just keep sending them in until they come back feeling a little bit more connection. They start changing a little bit. It's better than killing them. Consensus voting on which way the movie goes, that'd be sick, wouldn't it? Stop it, Alan. Was that legit? Let the blood run free, where the public could vote on the outcome, which would come out in the next episode. Is that true? That fast as well? They turned it over that fast? Was that a live show or something? That's interesting, that. The mushrooms eat everything, mate. Mushrooms. Mycelium will grow a mushroom that you put mycelium in the ground, and the mycelium tells the fucking ground what to do. It tells the earth what to do to make that mycelium survive. We'll watch Avatar and the mycelial network within Avatar and its connection to its goddess, Awas, right? We've got that in our mycelium and fungi, connected to Gaia, connected to our planet, Mother Nature, call it what you want. But it's there, and every other form of life on the fucking planet is just supporting what's come from the mycelium. The biggest organism in the world is a fucking mushroom. It's mycelium. Do you know what I mean? It's all, yeah, it just is. The funny post come up the other day on Facebook of me in my mum's lab when I was a kid. But biggest life form on Earth. So more precisely, the specific honey fungus, measuring 2.4 miles, it's a 3.8 kilometers across in the Blue Mountains in Oregon, is thought to be the largest living organism on Earth. Several species of fungi belonging to the Armillaria genus. It's known as the honey fungus. Get a picture up of that on a map, because it's pretty fucking big, I suppose. Oregon, like the biggest, yeah, there's no actual area, there's not even any aerial pictures of it, it just shows you like big area on a map where the fungus actually lives, all connected. And it would be connected through mycelium. Incredible. Incredible. Nothing is from this planet ultimately. Naked. Realization. Obviously. The fucking planets, like, oh. Yeah, it's one of them. Like, does water, vapor, and steam survive volcanic activity in a hot Earth, or did it have to come from somewhere else? Everything came from somewhere else, didn't it? Oh, it's interesting. You had a TV show like that. It's pretty crazy. The thumbs down still counts, boo. So thumbs down it all they want. Still goes to all the SEO. Still a reaction on the video. They'd do better, not touching anything. But no, they gave a click. So we got a view, got a little bit of watch time, and we even got engagement and a like. It doesn't count the likes and dislikes in the overall analytics, the SEO. They're just a click. It's just engagement. So yeah, some more fool than me. We're all gonna have to go on a big retreat to Costa Rica, I think, in a couple of years, but it will cost about 3 or 4 grand each, unless the UK legalizes it all. Humongous fungus. I wonder where mycelium actually comes from. As I say, I think octopus and shit are not from the mycelium internet. So is it like Paul Stamets calls it like the internet of plants, internet of life, so to speak. It's like there's a mycelium internet, and again, like Avatar shows you, saying there's more connections than the human brain. Like if you haven't seen my video on it, you should go and watch my video on it. That's on Cinnamon now because YouTube banned it. Or YouTube actually banned it. They blocked it. They blocked so people couldn't see it. It links Avatar, Star Trek, Rick and Morty, Avatar: The Last Airbender, loads of shit. Links it all. Paul Stamets, Mycelium, links it all, and they banned it. And yet, each one of the clips on their own are on YouTube, but put together the way I did, explaining it the way I did, that they're connected and everything's connected. Oh, it gets banned. It gets fucking banned then. It's bullshit. I think it's only available in Canada on desktop. Everywhere else, it's not available. But it's brekkie time. All I know is with this ISO migration, delays and all that shit, I don't think we'll see any delays beyond 2023 and 2025. I think everything's firmly planned for them. We've been riding 2 years. We've just got to ride for another 2 years, and then we'll see movements happening towards stepping in to a future with an internet of value. I can't fucking wait, mate. Costa Rica's where a lot of them do the ayahuasca retreats and the DMT retreats. It's where Dorian Yates do his, the Soltara ones. Yeah, there's always one. Yeah, it's breakfast time, guys. As always, fully appreciate you coming in, tuning into the stream. Your feedback and your engagement is amazing, as always. Steve's dug up truffles. Nice. I ordered some truffles. They got stopped in customs. said, like, if you can bring your medical license that for scientific purposes, you can come and get your mushrooms. Nearly tweeted Paul Stamets to go and pick them up, but doubt he'd have done it. You need to buy a growing kit and grow your own in the UK. They'll send you the grow kit. They'll let the grow kit come through and let you grow your own, but they won't let actual mushrooms or truffles come through. But yeah, it'll come in the end, guys. Whatever FUD they say, ISO's fucking delayed this, that's delayed that, ODL volumes dropping, blah blah blah. The fact of the matter is, digital assets are here to stay. They're only going to get bigger. The space is only going to grow. Only gain more attention over time. Attention brings demand. Demand, you know what that's going to do. So it is legitimately just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Chicken of the forest fungus tastes just like... I've been seeing people fry that online lately. I wouldn't mind finding a little bit of yellow fungus. DMT with me, Alan. We'll go Dartmoor or something soon, later in the year or early next year, and we'll have a big ritual at Dartmoor. We'll visit the Stones. We'll visit Stonehenge and have a little camp out there. And then we'll travel to Dartmoor for some rituals, mate. Get on it. Get on it. We'll have to do. We actually have to do that. Going up Scotland soon, 25th of June, I think. Granted that like the permissions are all there. We're not going to get gripped off the police and told to fuck off home. Can't be bothered getting all the way there and then getting sent back. So we're going to have to make sure we can definitely go and camp in Scotland towards the end of the month before we actually go and do it. But that is a planned trip at the moment, Scotland. So get in touch with me if you want to come on that. Not many rituals planned at the moment, but if someone brings some stuff, then you can have the experience up there, I guess. Again, we'll just have to check the rules. Police aren't turning up and shit while someone's fucking in the afterlife, like in the fucking other realms. Microdosing's where it's at. Apparently so. Anyways, breakfast time. Breakfast time. Twitter inbox or find me on WhatsApp. You should be able to find my number on Facebook, pretty sure. Or on Telegram. It's not that hard if you really want my number to go and find it on WhatsApp, man. Don't get yourself blocked, Carl. Do me head in. Only joking. But seriously, guys, don't get yourself blocked by rinsing my phone out, because I'm not a blocker, but if I'm getting bailed out of half the community all day, then probably going to end up having to mute some of the numbers. But my number is available on... People's numbers are mostly available on Telegram and shit. You can find me on WhatsApp. You can message me, say I'm up for a camping trip. I'm up for one of the camping trips, and whenever it is, let me know, and I'll set up a WhatsApp group of possible people who want to come along. So yeah, get on it, find the number, reach out to me on WhatsApp. And the cat is still in the bedroom. He wandered the house a little bit last night, but mainly keeping him to the room just while he gets settled with everyone. And he just gets used to our smells and all that stuff. So little lad's pooing in the litter tray and everything already. So he's a perfect little cat. Just a little scared and a little uneasy at times, and so you've got to sit with him and give him a little stroke to calm him down. But yeah, seemed to be all right last night. Good shit. Fuck a roof over there. Fucking out. Not going camping to an house, John. Come on, mate. Come on, brah. We're staying at a lock like our ancestors would have back in the day. Whether you're Anglo-Saxon, Viking, Zulu, Native American, Pacific Islander, whatever, we've all lived in the open next to water at some point. We're going that. We're doing it next to the lot. It's 3 nights, so if people aren't if you're not prepared to come, not have a shower and stuff like that, I'd not bother. But if you're willing to go up to Scotland on a Thursday and not come home till the Sunday, and it's a pretty long drive for anyone down south, a long drive. It's 4 hours for me. So do to Manchester and then add 4 hours onto it. See, I would bring the pellet gun, mate, but the laws in Scotland have changed. So you need a license for them now. Could legitimately get arrested, and considering recently got my record spent and I'm no longer considered a criminal in the UK, I don't really want to risk that. If someone can come along with a fucking air rifle license, they can come and carry the gun, no danger, and I'll bring it. I'll bring it and hand it to them, and if the police come, it's their weapon, they're there, and it's just for emergencies, for if we run out of food. Or we're just fucking shooting targets with it. Whatever the current law states would have to be the story, wouldn't it? Or we're just shooting them targets over there, or what's that dead rabbit? Bullet in it, pellet in its fucking head. We might be better just snaring any animals you eat. There's a takeaway not far from the lock anyway. So, Carl's going to be like, what's that takeaway? What? Weather's shit in Scotland. If weather bothers you, John, camping's not for you, mate. We'll see you on the next one when we go somewhere sunny, mate. You live in the UK, get used to it. Jesus. Fucking hell. It's fucking summer, right? You can't travel the UK and enjoy it in the summer. What the fuck are you still doing here, mate? Go somewhere else where it's warmer. It, like, legitimately, show me, like, I'm not talking Lake District where it's going to cost me 6 tons to stay on a lake for a week. You can get fucked. I'm not talking about monetized, privatized fucking bodies of water. I'm talking about getting out in the wild camping. Fucking hammock between 2 trees and a tarp over you, not even a tent. Not that you can't bring a tent. Bring a tent if you want, but I'll likely be hammock and tarp, me. Unless the weather gets really bad, and then I'll whip the tent out of my car. Or the bivvy. Probably take my pop-up bivvy, so it's just like, poof, up, peg down, done. But plenty of smoke. Like, you know, as long as it's not pissing it down with rain to the point where it'd put a 300-degree fire out, you're good. And if you sit next to a 300-degree fire, you're not going to be cold if you're close enough to it. So weather's not really an issue. If you know what you're doing, you can set a fire right and you can keep the fire going. It's legit. We have the bivvy. If it does start pissing it down, I'll even have the bivvy to cook in. So yeah, it's on, mate. It is on. We're going to Scotland very soon. It's Scotland then Dartmoor. So if you want to come to Scotland, give us a shout. If you don't, wait for Dartmoor. But still give us a shout and say you're up for Dartmoor. And in the meantime, get healthy, get happy, and make a plan, man. Not just for you, but for you. This is what I mean by the gaming. Like, you can start making plans for your kids. Kid turns around to you and says, I'd like to get into gaming, and you've not really looked at it. Like, can you help me get into gaming, Dad? Can you help me get into gaming, Mum? And you're like, oh, shit. You're like, but it's linked to all this crypto stuff you're in. I thought you'd know. It's like, oh, get on it. Learn how to educate them. Learn how to guide them. Oh, they spend too much time on them iPads. No, they spend too much time on them iPads without guidance. Go and guide them how to use it productively. If they get bored of the game or they've been on the game too long, just grab the iPad on them and let's see how we can buy something off eBay and then sell it on Amazon and make you a little bit of money. Let's go to a garage sale or fucking car boot. I couldn't remember the UK term then. I actually said garage like a fucking American because it is the term garage sale and it's not garage sale. Don't do that in UK. Go to a garage sale. Go to a garage sale at the weekend, Gary. You got that garage sale at the weekend, mate. We're going to go down there with Dave and that. Let's invite Dan Pena to the camping trip. Let's go and camp on his castle grounds. He's got a fucking castle, mate. What the fuck? Castle. Like I said, there comes a time where some people have got too much. People have got too much. Like Tupac was saying, like, can we just keep it to one house, please? Like, you really need 7 houses in the same fucking country. Not like having a house and a holiday home. Do you know what I mean? That's a little different. But some of these motherfuckers have got mansions, castles, villas, fucking estates. Some people's got too much while people are still starving. It's got to change. Hopefully we'll have the power to change it a little bit in the future. You can sleep in his RV. We'll see what happens. Tweet him, Alan. So we're going on a trip to Scotland, mate. Do you fancy it? Bit of rabbit lung. Ooh. Rabbit stew, eh, Steve? Bit of rabbit stew and squirrel stew. Yeah, it's nearly 12. I've got to make moves, go bank and shit, and I'm still hoping to go and see Kurt fishing later. I'm probably not going to do that now because I was wasting half my day. I've gone at least half an hour longer than I wanted to. Yeah, well, I'll set up a WhatsApp camping group, and then we'll start seeing how many people are actually interested in coming. We can't like turn up at a lot with fucking 30, 40, 50 people during fucking lockdown, because we will have the fucking choppers out for us and everything. We'll have to seriously assess like if we are actually allowed to do it and how many people want to come. At the moment, there's only about 2, 3, 4 people going. But yeah, you got Manchester in September. I'm getting in touch with the hotel soon to check the booking's still valid and if they expect to be open and let us go ahead on the expected date, or do we have to gonna rearrange the date slightly and let anyone who's bought a ticket know. But there's only about 2 people that's bought a ticket for that up to now. Anyway, so we'll have to see what happens. Stay tuned. But yeah, I'm going for some brekkie. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours, guys. You know the dance, live long and hodl it all until you're ready to let it go. Stay focused, stay positive. You know the dance. Tune in over the weekend for the gaming stream. It'll likely be Sunday. Likely going to be Sunday. So keep your eye out for a live stream of that. Especially Alan and that, if you're planning on actually coming gaming with me and jumping on. We need to be on it and get adding each other as friends and that. But find me on WhatsApp, guys. And we'll get each other added to a little WhatsApp group as well. It's fucking well easier than all that Telegram bullshit and that. Get my number off Telegram, but add me on WhatsApp. We'll make a camping group. And for those that don't want to be known on WhatsApp and that, well, it's not really for you then, is it? Because you're going to come camping and be known and meet everyone. So all the anonymous guys on Telegram and Twitter, they're like, I give my number out. I'm not going to give it. No, can't let people know what I look like. Well, you must be getting rich, you. Seriously. Yeah, we'll hopefully we have signal up there. We can do a cheeky live stream from up there, but I will be recording some content. Stay tuned for that. We'll do a bit of Love for Adventure on the Love for Media channel. Love for Life and Love for Adventure fucking videos. Love a bit of camping though. Bushcraft. I'm all about that. Getting back to the outdoors. Just proving that you can do it to yourself. It's like hunting and eating a squirrel or a rabbit. It's just proving that you can do it. And if you've never done it, just doing it once. Just to say to yourself, look, if I ever had to go into the middle of nowhere with my family and feed them, I know I can. Actually, no, I can. I hope to God I never have to do it, but I know I can. If anything happens here, I know I can just jump the fence at the back, get the gun out, pop a squirrel and feed my family. But can I do it in Scotland with a snare when I haven't got the gun with me? I know I can do it with a gun. I've been and done it with a gun. I'm confident I can do it with a gun. But when the pellets run out, can I do it? Do you know what I mean? Can I still do it when the pellets run out? That's all it is. It's a little bit of just testing your survival skills. That's what it's all about. Don't forget to take your lighter. Well, we take the fucking knife with a fire steel. We don't fuck about. I have a survival knife with a fire steel. And I've got multiple fire steels and that. Waterproof matches. We've got carded matches. Lighters. We've got ways of lighting fires. Not that I'm an arsonist around. Guys, I've got to go or I'll never go. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. You know the dance. We love crypto. We love XRP. We love IOV. And we love you. Take care. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a good weekend. Much love. Peace. The day of the trip, Alan, just caught that, is 25th of June, is what we're hoping to. Hoping to go 25th of June, coming back on. So that's a Thursday, up to Scotland, coming back on the Sunday. Let me know if it works for you, mate. Let me know if it don't, and I'll let you know if the law. Because someone went camping in Wales recently. You can go in. You can go in England now, apparently, cross into Wales, and you're not allowed. So We need to check if Scotland have let us. Fucking madness, innit? Madness. Have a good weekend, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.